KILR. Killer Games.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to my tour around the world featuring FSX Flight Simulator 10 SE, not Special Edition, but Steam Edition. In a way, it's kind of special because it improves a little bit on the FSX as far as fixes a few things, but they're pretty close to the same. But anyhow, if anything, the Steam Edition is a lot easier to install than the boxed edition, because the boxed edition you have to sit there and activate it and all this other stuff. But yeah, so Steam Edition is a thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about where we're at and what we're doing. So right here is Grand Rapids, Itasca County, Newstrom. Go over Newstrom. This is where we're at. And we're going to be flying back where we came from the last flight. We're going right back to Duluth. We're not going to be landing here at Duluth International, but we're going to be landing over here at this boomerang-shaped airport, which is why I picked it out. Richard I. Bong, KSUW. Now, this is going to look a little different than the last time that we came here, because I installed some scenery from the company Scenery Solutions using their Express Scenery downloader. It's the same company that does like the Ultimate Terrain series, I believe. And they had a detailed airport of Richard I. Bong, so I wanted that. But they also have the remainder of the area. They've got Sky Harbor, and they got Duluth, so they got this whole area right here covered. Now the problem is that it doesn't play nice with Orbx when it comes to the seasons, as you would imagine, because it uses photorealistic scenery, so it just doesn't look good. But I removed that photorealistic scenery so that way the airports will will actually look good without everything else looking like garbage. However, one thing does look like garbage, and that is Sky Harbor, KDYT. For some reason, if I try to put the airport in there, what happens is it causes Orbx to throw trees and buildings out into the Bay Area. It doesn't know where to stop, and so it just looks like the whole area got flooded. It don't look good. So unfortunately, I am not going to be able to use KDYT from Scenery Solutions. I will be able to use that on the FSX Boxed Edition, though, whenever we get to that. I do have some flights going on right now with the FSX Gold, but we're nowhere close to this area at the time of this recording. So we have that all going on there. Let's go ahead and do our walk around and make sure that everything is going to be good to go here. Let's see, flaps extend. If you remember, they were broken last time. Well, it helps if we turn on the power. All right, let's see here. May need to turn the volume up here. There. All Alright, so battery switch is on, flags are extended. And we'll go ahead and see how it's got a little bit of a wiggle there. That's what it's supposed to do, not like what it did after we landed and that thing was all loose and busted and broken. I don't know if the pictures look any different. I can't. I'm gonna have to take like screenshots of when it was broken and when it works and see if there's a difference between the two. Okay, and then there's the wing. That looks fine. Got that. We'll remove the tie down. If you can see the tie down's right there. So take that off. Take that shock block off. Take a look at the fuel. Check for proper inflation. Yep, it looks proper. And then there's this, which doesn't seem to do anything. Air filter check for restrictions from debris. You click it, but I honestly do not know what that does. Taking a look at the oil. Oil looks okay. Drain, inspect fuel there. Remove those chock blocks, remove that other tie down. Oh, this is weird. I never put the pitot cover on here. Wonder why. Okay, let's pretend it's on. Okay, now it's off. And we gotta turn the pitot heat on here. Let's do that. Where are you, pitot heat? Right there. Okay, it's still cold, so we'll come back to it here. Looks good. See? A little bit of a wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. But it's not broken. And that's always good. Take that tie down off. Wiggle those. Then we got the key right there, so you can see that. See the key? The key is the gatekeeper. Alright, let's go back to this. We'll touch that. Boom, it's warm. It means we're all good to go there. So now what we can do is come over here, click on our notes, and the cabin is freezing and steady, and we can't see outside the door. It's weird. I think we may have to do some defrosting here. Alright, so we got all this stuff here. It's all nice. Pre-flight. Alright, you've been pre-flighted and briefed. Flaps need to go up. Okay. Circuit breakers in. I don't think they pop out. If they do, let me know. That'd be cool. Fuel selectors desired tank. Okay, we're on the tank that I want to go. Gear switch down. Well, yep, it's down. Engine starting, mixture, rich. Prop full. That's there. Throttle full. Battery and alternative switches on. We can turn the pitot heat off. Those are on. Auxiliary pump right here. We'll turn that until this here goes green. And there it goes. Alright. So go ahead and we'll get this started. It does not want to start. Oh, come on. There we go. I just turned the pump off is what I did. Alright, so we'll check the oil pressure, which is here. Temperature is cold. The amps, oil temperature, that's all cold. Cow flaps, they are open. See how it's it's beginning to fade here? There is a windshield. Where is it? Defrost. There it is. So turn this on for defrost, and that should start to defrost our windows. Go ahead and turn our radios on. It's about cleared up there. And we are going to jump in and see if radar contact version 4 is working. I have it loaded up and ready to go. So let's try, this is it right here. So if you see me looking off the screen, this is what it is. So this is where we're at, GPZ. I don't know what some of this other stuff is. So we'll hit 2 for flight service. That's interesting.
This is your local flight service station. Stand by for your weather briefing. Winds 165 at 2, visibility 7, sky clear, temperature -9, dew point -12, altimeter 3021.
I guess that's it. Okay, so I guess we'll hit 4 for clearance by flight service. Nothing like giving a call. Hey man, I'm ready to take off.
Radio, this is Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot on the ground at Kilo Golf Papa Zulu. I'd like to pick up my IFR 2 Kilo Sierra Uniform Whiskey Airport.
Airport.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot, roger. I'll call center. Maybe a few minutes. Stand by, please.
This is the first time that I've actually used this. So this will be interesting.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot cleared from the Kilo Golf Papa Zulu Airport to the Kilo Sierra Uniform Whiskey Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 5000. Squawk 2442. Contact Minneapolis Center 127.9er leaving 2800. Clearance void if not off by 2230. If not off by 2230. Advise center of intentions not later than 2240.
2442. Right. Okay. The thing disappeared. It's not giving me any options anymore. Okay, I'm gonna pull that off the screen then. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, see, it says to acknowledge, and then to acknowledge and contact. So let's just do acknowledge.
Clear to the Kilo Sierra Uniform Whiskey Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 5000. Squawk 2442. Void 2230. Bonanza 1313. Foxtrot.
Bonanza 1313. Foxtrot, read that correct.
Okay, excellent. Let's get back to our checklist here. Cabin is nice and steady. Okay, we're good there. Taxi lights are on. So the next thing that we'll do is we'll select clearance when we're in the air, which is just 5. Oh, wow, we got something new that came up here. Taxiing to 4, taxiing to 10, taxiing to 16. Which one do we want? What, they don't have a 3-4? That's interesting. Okay, let's yeah, there's not a runway 3-4. That's interesting. Okay, we're going to taxi to 16 then.
Local traffic. Bonanza 1313. Foxtrot. Taxiing to runway 16.
So our next one would be takeoff, runway 16. Move that off screen, and we will. Now here's what I like about the default. The default ATC. What I like about it is that it will give you the names of the airports rather than just a letter designator, KSUW. It will actually read off the name of the airport. And you can go in there and customize it with the edit voice pack to add in names that weren't in there, which is what I've done for Flight Simulator 9. So I've got it to where it says Richard I. Bong. This one is like Grand Rapids, Itasca County. It's a little tricky, but it can be done. Alright, we'll stop right there. I'll check my phone, because that's what we do when we're in an airplane. Okay. He said, the doctor will virtually see you now. Well, that's not disturbing at all. Alright, so pull our notes back up here. Fuel selectors, I know that's set. Mixture, we'll put that in full rich. Throttle, bring it up to 1700. There we go. Check our fuel flow. Well, it's there. Magnetos. That's still in the right area there. Oh, good. So we haven't fouled the spark plugs. Do you see how this hasn't really changed that much? If we fouled the spark plugs, then this would be like wavering. And that's what happened on the last flight. so we're good. Prop cycle 1 to 3 times. Again, when I hear this prop cycle, it's like propeller cycle 1 to 3 times. What does that mean? I don't know. I just 1, 2, 3. What? Like I said, I don't know. Alright, so freeing correct, blah blah blah. Fuel pump is off. Prop full in. Engine gauge is checked. Trim tab neutral. Let's just take a quick look at that here. It's close to neutral. And let's see, up to what, 0 right there? Is that neutral? Hope so. Flaps, not worried about it. Cow flaps are open. Doors and windows, are they secure? Is this one? Yeah, it's shut. So everything looks good. Our takeoff, we'll do full throttle. We rotate at 77 knots. Bring up the landing gear and all that fun stuff. So now we're just going to announce that we're taking off from runway 6. Oh, interesting. So I selected the runway, and now we have to select which direction we're going. So we're going to be going east. Southeast, actually. That's where we're going.
Local traffic, Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot, taking off, runway 16, southeast, departure.
There we go. And then the next time, we change the center. I wonder if I should keep this up here. What do you think? Put it right there so you guys can see it? At 77. Let's go take a look at the lakes that are in this area. I mentioned before that there is a lake that has a squid looking look to it. To report our position.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot, 1 mile south of the Kilo Golf Papa Zulu Airport.
Change my mixture here. Bring that down a little bit. Whoop, maybe that's too much. Here's one of the lakes. We're not really going southeast, are we? Change our destination if we want to. set this up for 4,000. Put this off onto the other window so I can see it a little better. The airport's right over there somewhere. I think we are set up. Oh, there's the airport. Right over there. So that's it. We'll go ahead and tune into center now, which is 127.90, which is already set up there. Just change that. Now it doesn't change anything here, so just click 1.
Minneapolis Center, Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot is with you, leaving 3,904 5,000.
We need to go to 5.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot, Minneapolis Center. Roger. Radar contact. Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot. Amend altitude. Maintain 4,000. That will be your final.
Oh, amend 4,000 then. Okay.
Maintain 4,000. Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
Put the autopilot for nav. And as you can see, we're turning our destiny, our density. Would you be my density? So here you can request higher or lower. You can do that on ProFlight Emulator as well, but you can say, oh, for turbulence or for clouds. Then there's a main 0 and a next 9. Okay, so what does 9 do? There is one direct checkpoint, DEV for WX. Oh, deviation for weather, deviation for turbulence. Declare minimum fuel, change destination. Altimeter check. Let's do an altimeter check.
Minneapolis Center, Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot, request altimeter.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot altimeter 3021.
Ah, okay.
3021 Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
And what else do we have here? Then there's declaring an emergency. And that's it. See, and then this LV, that's leave frequency for weather. So this is where we can request to leave a frequency to go to get weather. I can see the weather. It's cloudy and foggy. Do you think we'll lose our flaps this time like we did the last time? That was bizarre. Got 55 miles to go. We're cleared up. Turn our taxi light off. We are just wiggling back and forth here. Now in real life, I'd be clinging to the seat. Turbulence like this, where it feels like you could just fall like a rock at any time, is very unsettling to me. I think we need the defroster on anymore. Cabin is warm, but cooling rapidly. How about we try to change the temperature so that way it's not up here? Oh my goodness. No, I don't want it to warm rapidly. I want it to cool gently. Warming slowly. No. Warm and steady. It's not too bad. Well, it's cooling rapidly. Let's just keep it there. Alright, so as far as our cruise... Oh, cow flasks need to be closed. But everything else I've got set. Change our altitude, because this turbulence is a little crazy right now. Let's request higher. go to 5,000.
Minneapolis Center. Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot requesting 5,000.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot. I'll be unable for traffic, but I do have your request.
I'll be unable for traffic. Huh. That's a bummer. I have to say, I like this. I like radar contact. I still love ProFlight Emulator, but I like now that I've got the radar contact installed. Oh, good, it's moved out. Because now we've got something different that we can hear, we can listen to. So I have set up Live ATC Chatter. Once again, this time I got it set up for the actual stream, and there's a specific set of instructions that you have to do in order to set it up, and I can do like a separate video or something, but here they are. So this is going to bring in the streams and not what like I had previously recorded. So I have it set for Duluth 118.5 and Center 118.6.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot. Contact approach 125.45.
Okay, so we're going to go to Duluth apparently.
Approach on 125.45. Approach Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot is with you at 4,000.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot approach. Expect vectors to the runway 13.
There's a bit of a delay before it gives me the option to respond.
Runway 13 Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot approach. Expect vectors to the runway 21. Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot. Fly heading 115.
115. I pretty much am going 115.
Roger. Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot. Heading 115. Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
Okay. Now the Duluth was 118.5, so we're going to go ahead and change that here. And then we're going to switch it on. So we'll see if anything comes through. I'm going to turn the volume on that up too. At least I'm going to try. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. This just came up here. Yeah. Play it.
The selected ATC stream you tried to tune is not connected. Please try to tune to the stream again.
Did you hear that? What is that? Okay. That's not like that. That was off of someone's TV. Well, that didn't work very well. How do we scan? Maybe we can scan it here. Well, if it works, it works. Let's take a look at our approaches here. Procedures. Is there a GPS one here? There's not one for 1.3, is there? Huh. About 30 miles away. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. Got more air turbulence. There should be regular chatter. Oh, well, it's approach, but... I don't know how well that works with live stuff or not. I just quit the program. Alright, so I have this package here that I got maybe a month ago and I hadn't opened it up yet. So let's go ahead and do that. This is something that I got for the Flight Simulator Series World Tour, but it wasn't for FSX. It's for one of the other simulators. So it's not quite for Flight Simulator, but it's Tower. Great shape. You can do multiplayer compatible with Flight Simulator 5.1. And looks like, make sure everything is in here. The manual's important. Okay, so we've got the manual here. I thought there was something else that I got. I didn't think I got this one yet. There's the disc. It's in good shape. I don't see any scratches or anything on there. So what exactly can we do with it? Well, it's an air traffic tower program, but I think it allows you to, like, you're directing traffic obviously, but also I think you can play on one computer while someone's flying, you can direct them. So let's see if we can get that to work. Be very cool if we can. It's got Las Vegas on the back here. BAO. Don't think I've seen that. Although
Bonanza,
I think I have it.
1313, Foxtrot, fly heading 035.
035. Whoops. I'm still waiting for this thing to say Roger or something. So there it goes.
Heading 035 Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
Now there's an airport over here. I think it's Duluth. You never know. We can't look out the window. We're all over the place here. Yeah, but Duluth is over there. Now this is a different Duluth than the one that we landed at on the last flight. And we will take a look at it, but we're not going to do it on this one. Gotta love the magical transition of weather there. The Bay Area. Orbx is nice, and I like that there's seasons, but why does everything have to be frozen? Like, why does all the water have to be frozen? I don't think they all freeze in real life. Maybe they do, I don't know.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot, fly heading 125.
125.
Heading 125 Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
About 24 miles away. Again, we get the Bay Area, and Duluth Airport's over in this direction somewhere. But that's Duluth, and this area here is that strip of land where Sky Harbor is on, and Superior is right over here, and the Bong Airport is also over there. Why, but on my FSX box edition, where I'm running some test flights, all of my gauges are blurry. Not too blurry, but they're not sharp like this. And I was pretty sure that I got everything set up correctly, but I don't know, I may need to do some more fiddling with it. That's Duluth Airport. This is the one by Scenery Solutions, which is only $5. Like we have a single patch of water that is not frozen right here. Kinda looks weird, but see, this is that stuff that they don't show you in screenshots. You know, they're going to show you screenshots and videos of video footage of areas that are going to look good. But are they going to show you the whole wide world, you know, flying from one location to another? Probably not. That's where this series is fantastic. Man, I need to do something about my encoder because it is just getting overloaded. Like that's happening a lot. I do think I know what I need to do with it, but yeah, we're going to be traveling the whole world, like every single corner of the planet, and we're going to be seeing things that you probably would never think you would ever see, or the developers may have thought that no one would ever think you would see. This is going to be an amazing tour. Okay, we are 12 miles away. I'm going to start slowing down here. So there are a couple of options here on... It looks like we got request visual approach, request IAP instrument something approach? I don't know. And then request runway, so we can request a runway too. What's weird is I think it's routing us correctly.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot approach 12 miles northeast Kilo Sierra Uniform Whiskey fly heading 185 maintain 3200 until established on the final approach course. Cleared for runway 21 approach to the Kilo Sierra Uniform Whiskey Airport.
Oh, 2-1 approach. Interesting. Okay.
Fly heading 185, maintain 3,200, cleared for the runway 21 approach. Kilo Sierra Uniform Whiskey Airport, Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
Alright, it's time to turn that on. Let's go to our checklist here. Autopilot is off, fuel levels check, mixture rich. Got it. Cow flaps are closed. Get our RPMs back up here. Hopefully we won't break our flaps this time. See, this is not frozen. This is. Oh, I think I see the airport.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot contact tower 124.8.
Tower on 124.8. Tower Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot 5 mile final runway 21.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot Tower runway 21 wings calm.
Sky Harbor is over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Right there. There's Sky Harbor. Now this is the area that I said if I had the Sky Harbor Airport activated, this whole area would be filled with trees and houses and the Bay Area, and that just don't look right. There's our airport. Come in nice and slow here. Well, runway 22, not 21, but hey.
Roger. Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot, runway 21, clear to land.
Already landed.
Clear to land. Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot.
I guess I forgot to do that step.
Bonanza 1313 Foxtrot, turn off at the next high speed and hold. Contact ground 124.8 when runway is clear.
Ground on 124.8.
Here's the end of the runway, and this boomerang shaped airport is connected by this little, what the heck? Well, that was a graphical glitch if I'd seen one. So yeah, it's connected by this little taxiway thing that goes in between, and then the second runway is over here. Did you see that? Look at that. It was really messing stuff up over here. That was kind of ugly. I'm going to assume that had something to do with a conflict between my Orbx scenery and the scenery in this area. Look at that. Ugh. That just looks nasty the way it does that.
ground, Bonanza 1313, Foxtrot at Foxtrot 3.
Bonanza 1313, Foxtrot, ground, taxi to the ramp.
Taxi to the ramp, roger, Bonanza 1313, Foxtrot.
Huh. You've run out of memory. We're just going to move that over here. I have 16 gigs of memory in here. Give me that crap. Well, I guess the simulator decided to crash on me. But hey, at least we didn't crash. We actually did land here at Richard I. Bong. So, yeah. Out-of-memory errors. That seems to be a thing with FSX and FSX Steam Edition. Until you get to prepared version 4, which is 64-bit. And does not have the problems with the memories from what I understand. I don't know. I don't have it yet. But I will. I am waiting until I get all the right pieces because I want prepared to be a nice, smooth frames and everything with it because it's going to be a completely cinematic experience. Like I said, I'm doing something different for all of these simulators and their take on this whole world tour. So, hey, with that, be sure to check this flight out on those other simulators so you can see what I did. Check out Flight Simulator 98 and Flight Simulator 2000 because on both of those I have custom ATC going for the AI traffic, which is also custom generated. So I have these pilots that have interesting things to say when they're leaving and landing at the airport. Yeah, so you want some good times. Check those videos out. But other than that, that's it for this episode, for this flight. So thanks for joining, and I will see you on the next leg of our journey. We've got a long way to go in this world tour, so remember to subscribe to be notified of future Flight Simulator content. I've also done this same flight on other simulators, such as the ones you see on your screen, but you'll find more in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around amongst the clouds.